Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So today I thought I'd do something a bit different. No, I don't mean Skyrim as different. I mean I'm going to be starting a new show, sort of. Basically, I found that while I sort of tend to be very well, I wouldn't say very well. Well, I tend to be reasonably well informed about current events. I find that quite a few gamers are not. Quite a few gamers, you mention anything to them that's happened recently, and their best response you're gonna get is a questioning face. So what I decided the solution to that is this show. Basically, once a week, I will find sort of what I believe to be some of the most relevant. It's not USC music, no. Ah, it is. But you're not attacking me. Who are you? Orc. Random orc. I will choose.
Sister, you look weary.
Yeah,
have
no.
something to help you relax if you're interested.
I'll take one international story, one domestic story, and one gaming-related story because I am playing a game while I do this. So, and every week I will try to play a different game. Sometimes I'll play the same game twice. I'll try not to, 2 weeks in a row. And every Monday, I'll, do another video. The week's news. So, without further ado, let's get on to our first international story. This is about ISIS in Iraq. Now, for those of you who do not know what ISIS is, ISIS stands for the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS, and it is, it's basically militants in Iraq and Syria have decided that they want to they want independence. Now, the problem with this is they want independence and they're taking large portions of Iraq and Syria with them, or trying to at least. Oops. Today, in the past, ISIS is just fighting in Iraq and Syria, taking large amounts of territory for themselves. But today, they officially announced that they are forming what they're calling the Islamic State, which is just parts of Iraq and Syria formed presumably to be a new country. Anyone caught in this new Islamic State, what are their sort of choices at this point? Well, the leader of ISIS, whose name I will probably butcher, I apologize for that, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, is the leader of ISIS and I guess this new Islamic State, and he's declared that basically all those who, are not with us are against us. Basically, if you are in that territory, you have to swear loyalty to him, not even the Islamic State, him specifically, and or otherwise you'll be declared an enemy. This is kind of making an interesting situation for the United States because obviously we're not ready for another long occupation. In fact, we're not ready for pretty much any troop involvement in Iraq. Currently, President Obama has stated and has followed up on sending military advisors to Iraq, which I support that idea for two reasons. One, it shows support for Iraq's government, which we pretty much, I don't want to say put in place, but we promoted, we encouraged, we assisted with. And also, it doesn't put a large number of American troops at risk. It doesn't, you know, the number he's said and is delivering on, it's somewhere around 300. I don't think it's exactly 300. For some reason, 350 is sticking out in my head. And these are 350 military advisors. These are not armed troops. These are not, you know, like fighter pilots or tank pilots or I guess tank drivers or anything. These are military advisors. They will be able to call in certain assets that we have in the region, such as you know, airstrikes and whatnot. But for the most part, they will not be fighting. They'll be advising. There's someone down there. Not that I can see, but I still like it. So yeah, this situation will, in my opinion, warrant keeping an eye on. I'm rather curious as to what the sort of international community's reaction to this is. But moving on. I have notes here. So there's some tragic news. A couple days ago, I think maybe 3 or 4 days ago now. Okay. Some tragic news in Georgia. A young child, I believe 22 months, was left in his father's car in the heat, and the child died of heat stroke. Originally, police were questioning the father. The father said that he had forgotten to drop the child off. I believe a relative was going to be watching the child for the day. The father forgot to drop the child off when he went to work, and the child was alone for 7 hours in his father's car. Now, this in and of itself, yes, it's a huge tragedy, but it's nothing. I wouldn't have mentioned it except for this next part. I want to say maybe yesterday or the day before, news came out that the father had actually done some research as to the effects of leaving a child in a car for a prolonged period of time. I don't want to... Is that dude Ted there? I don't know. I don't want to make it seem like I'm accusing anyone of any wrongdoing here. Obviously, I'll wait for official investigation because, you know, that's their job to find out what's going on. I missed there. But in my opinion, this is not looking really well for the father, because someone who knows the effects of leaving a child in a hot car shouldn't do it if he wants the child to, you know, survive, and if you want the, you know. So, once that was discovered, the father was charged with murder and child cruelty in the case of his son's death. But recently, today being Sunday, I know this video will come out tomorrow, so I guess yesterday, Sunday. Anyways, today something else came out of this. The mother, in fact, the child's name was Cooper Harris. The father is still Justin Harris. The mother, Lena Harris, actually researched the effects of leaving a child in a car as well, which I don't want to... It does not... I don't know. I'm trying really hard not to sort of point a finger here, but at the same time, these people researched what these effects were. They have to have known, and you don't leave a child in the car for that amount of time, you know? And I understand the father could have legitimately forgotten, could have thought he'd stopped by. I understand, but this doesn't seem like the sort of thing you would just, oops, forgot. So moving on to the last bit of news after some rather morbid stories. News said news is about The Sims 4, which is coming out in September. Now, as any veteran of The Sims will tell you, one of the great joys is to be found in The Sims is having an annoying sim that you don't really like. So what do you do if you have an annoying sim you don't really like and you sort of be happy without them? Well, you put them in the pool, remove the ladder, and they can't get out. Not so much for the new Sims game. The new Sims game will not include pools. I, quite frankly, don't quite understand this decision. But yeah, in a blog post recently, talking about the game's included features, EA and Maxis said, or I'm not sure if it's EA or Maxis, but, well, I assume it'd be Maxis because they're the ones actually making the game. I had this to say about it. While it's not possible for us to include every feature and piece of content we added to The Sims 3 over the past 5 years, we've added features that you've asked for and that offer a whole new intuitive and fun way to build. These features like wall height adjustment and dynamic fountain sizing and smart windows. These are features like wall height adjustment, dynamic fountain sizing, and smart windows. And though pool building won't be available in September, we do have a new fountain tool so you can create sophisticated landscapes. Oh, no. What does this translate to, in my opinion? In my opinion. Well, obviously there are going to be no pools in Sims 4. Oh, but this is the one line that's making me really, really feel, I don't know. This one line I'm distasteful about. Although pool building won't be available in September. Why do you have to single out September? Wolves. In my opinion, given my knowledge of EA and their pretty much insistence on over DLCing everything, I believe that The Sims 4 will come out in September, as they say, with no pool feature, and I believe in October or November or December they will magically have a pool and water whatever DLC for it. And this DLC will enable you to have a pool. I don't like this. I've never been a huge fan of DLCs. Some games do it quite well. Other games, not so much. Personally, my opinion with DLCs is that if a game costs $60, it should not have DLCs that cost more than maybe $5. All right. So something like Skyrim. Something like Skyrim, I can't even have a problem with the cost of the DLCs. Although they did add quite a large amount of content. But no, given what I know about EA and their sort of business, all right, and given their business practices, I feel that they're going to announce the new DLC pack that is that is the pools and all that, you know? So I don't know. For a long time I've sort of accepted EA for what they do. I haven't really sorry. I haven't really Jesus, man, you pack a punch. Oh, I died. Okay. For a while, I've accepted EA. I've accepted all they do, mainly because they own good studios, BioWare, Maxis, DICE. But recently, the quality has dropped, and I don't know. I think that EA just wants money at this point, and that's sad. But that's enough of that for today. So thank you all for watching. Obviously, as I do these videos more and more, I will get hopefully less long-winded and opinionated, I guess. But yes. So if you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you have a suggestion for a game I should play next time, please let me know. I believe I'm going to stick with this sort of format with the one international story, one domestic story, one game-related story of the previous week. And yeah, so don't forget to let me know if there's a specific game or anything you think I should play. I will see you guys next Monday. Until then, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the games. Kevin out.